Well guys, it's been one heck of a week, but we're finally back here on the channel. First of all, belated happy Easter to all you guys. I know this is probably going up like a day or two after Easter, so hope you all had an amazing holiday. Gonna be spending it with family, and it should be pretty chill. It has been one heck of a week, and it's just been so much going on, and I think it's only fair that I come back with a little vlog where I talk about and show you guys some of the stuff that's going on. I got some questions for you guys too, and there's just so much, man. I know that whether it's making huge progress and making big, cool, awesome things happen with my projects, or going to really cool events, or doing whatever we do here, or whether it's, you know, a crappy week where a lot of things go wrong, that it's important that I share it all with you because that is what we're all about here. But I promise, it'll be entertaining. It started raining again tonight, which is always fun. It has been cold again. We actually had a nice little spurt of warm weather where it was, you know, up in the 50s and even up in the 60s, and it felt so nice after all the cold weather that we got. But it cooled right back down. We actually got a little bit of snow a day or two ago, and today it is not so nice. But I still managed to make some progress on some things, and something that we did is we actually got the Eldorado a little bit spruced up. I actually threw some stop leak kind of stuff in the tires because they were all flat, and they seem to all be holding air a lot better now. You know, they might leak out here eventually, but at least it doesn't look like crap sitting around. Also threw the hubcaps on. You can't really see it too well right now. We're gonna come back out here in the morning, but it looks a lot better just sitting here. I was pretty excited about that, and I know a lot of you guys didn't even know that I own this car, and it's been in the background of so many videos, but I never really talk about it, and I'm gonna kind of explain why and talk about, like, I don't know what to do with this thing anymore. So we're gonna kind of touch on that again because I've actually got a lot of questions about this car and like what it is and what it's doing in the background of the videos and stuff. So you guys are gonna find out all about it today. It's currently about 8:30 at night. The sun just went down, and I am getting ready to head back into my office and work on some videos, but a little update on the things that have been going on out here in the shop. Whoa, holy weight balance. I'm blue because of these LED lights now. So basically, I have a new long-term project car, aka the Durango. Sight. This thing over the past week has been torn down completely, like to the timing chain. Timing cover was off, everything, and I was fixing some leaks that we've been having with it recently. It was getting too sketchy to keep driving it, so it got parked in here until I could finally work on it, and then over the past week or two, I tore into it, and it ended up taking up a lot of my time. But as you can see, brand new water pump on there, and the timing cover is actually cleaned up. You guys will be seeing a really cool episode on that. It'll probably be the next video up on the channel actually, because we're getting about finished with it. PDGT is also in here because I want to do a few things to it this week. Not really driving it anymore because the daily is running and the daily is doing what it's supposed to, which is being a daily. So because of that, I'm hoping that I can start doing some big stuff to this that I've wanted to do for a while. Kind of get started on this because it'll probably be down for a little while when we do that. That's another question I want to ask you guys. What kind of videos would you like to see with the GT before I kind of start taking it apart? It could be down for a little while, like maybe a month or two, depending on what all we get ourselves into with this car. But it's gonna be happening soon, but there's gonna be a little bit of time where I could film some cool videos with it. But like I was just saying, the daily is actually running really well again, finally. Ooh, it's dark in here. So I have been very happy to be able to like drive that car again and actually use it. And she's parked over there in the shadows. You can kind of see her right there. And she's running really good, but back in there, actually you're not gonna be able to see it, but Project Sally's parked like over that way. And I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow because I don't even want to begin to explain it right now. I'm too tired for that. But that has been such a mess with the DMV situation. It has been months now, and I still have not been able to send the title out to get that put in my name so that I can think about like reselling the car. And because of that, project's kind of on hold, but I don't even know. We're gonna continue this video in my office and tomorrow morning because I got a lot to talk to you guys about. Man, I am so exhausted tonight. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just aimlessly driving on the highway. This is what I do to just like unwind often, like almost every day after I'm done working, doing my thing, editing videos, doing whatever. I can usually be found playing like Ultimate Driving like I am right now, or something like it, some stupid game, just vibing with the boys, you know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be a proper vlog without a few clips of it. So I'm gonna probably collect like a minute or two's worth of clips tonight while I hang out, and we'll pick up tomorrow morning probably. But I'm actually pretty high level on this game. I'm level 264. I guess that's a fairly high level. I don't really know, but I've bought multiple multi-million-dollar cars, and I love my Bolide. It's a Bugatti Bolide, of course, and I've got it all decked out in full carbon fiber and stuff. It makes a lot of money too to drive it per mile, so I'll just be out here grinding on the highway, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully soon my friend Panda, aka Layden on YouTube, will be joining me, and we'll hang out and play some games together too. What? Wait, hold on, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Hold up, because this freaking water's loud as hell. I'll call you back.
Oh. I don't know what he was doing, but I don't want to know.
A few moments later.
There's an egg, there's
Can
an
you
egg.
hear that? Can you hear that shit? Hold on, can y'all hear it purring?
Oh, that's all I got from that. I've been with the boys at the meet. Was good. We got the Believe gang up in here. Pink Lamborghini Cyan, whatever the heck it is. Lamborghini Mercy. I'm trying to stay fit, you know. I'm already having enough issues with the DMV, trying to get Sally figured out. But then, you know, it's the end of the week, it's a holiday weekend, and then, like, right before the holiday ends, my bank calls me and tells me that I got a fraud alert, and it may have blocked my card. So I didn't see the call in time. I go to call them, they're closed for the weekend.
Oh my god, just one thing after a freaking
No,
other.
I know. It's fucking brutal. But it's okay, because I have cash.
Jimmy's not having a good week. Okay, that's good.
I really am not, but it's okay.
Poor boy. I'm legit thought it was Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right, so we got to go back to the lake house. I need you to take a couple of them.
Thank you. Man, I can't see shit. Freaking road's not loaded in all the way. Am I going the right way?
I don't know. I don't know where you are.
Ah, hell. Freaking
I
road's
see
not
you. I
loaded
see
in all
you.
the way, bro.
The next day.
Man, it is beautiful out. It's that time of year when the sound of lawnmowers is very prominent in the background of literally everything that you do. But it is a beautiful day, and we are out here. It's actually the afternoon now. I almost said good morning, but good afternoon. I'm actually recording this part of the video on Easter Sunday, so happy Easter again to all you guys. In a little bit of a late start here because I slept in. I've just been hanging out inside drinking coffee like an old person. But this afternoon, I'm gonna be celebrating the holiday with family later, so got a couple hours before that, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get my water system fired back up, get my pump running again so that I can go ahead and try to wash the daily because it's absolutely filthy right now. I'm gonna be embarrassed driving that thing downtown for the festivities today. Damn, that Eldorado looks so good though. Wow. With the hubcaps on, it looks like this tire is losing some air still, even though I put stop leak in it, so I think this is one of the worst ones anyways. Probably gonna have to keep topping that tire off, but the other ones, damn, they're holding there just perfect. Yeah, as you guys can see, she's kind of disgusting. I'm driving this thing a lot, and when you drive your car a lot, it happens. A few minutes later, got the pump primed. Let's see if it works.
Nope.
Woo. Well, psych, I'm actually gonna go to the car wash because for some reason the pump will not prime correctly. Probably one of the lines is plugged or something. I tried to get it running, but I'm running out of time and I got family stuff to go to, so let's go hit the car wash and get this thing looking a little bit cleaner. We made it, boys. Oh no, I got my camera all wet. Ooh, good thing I keep microfibers in my car. There we go, now you guys can see. But anyways, I was kind of sad because the wash didn't seem to work. Like the soap wasn't coming out, but the pre-soak worked and stuff. So, you know, I got it looking a lot better. But man, I even came to a nice car wash too and it didn't work. I can't wait to get the pump running at home, man. I want to make detailing videos and I can't wait to use my snow foam cannon again. It's been way too long. We made it, boys. So far, Easter's been really nice. Been hanging out with the family and stuff. And right near where I am right now, there's this nice little parking lot. And I've actually come here to get shots in the past. And you might recognize it from some of my previous videos, but kind of cool. Got the daily parked up here. And actually, you guys recognize this car. It's my dad's car. They're here too, of course, because there's family stuff going on. They parked out back here. So kind of cool. Just taking a moment to do my thing out here. But it's been really nice. And I just want to say, you know, I hope you guys all are having an awesome holiday. And I'm just, honestly, today I'm so thankful that I can, you know, every day I should be doing this, but it's so nice to have Easter and have the Resurrection Sunday to kind of be able to take time off and take time away and just be thankful for, you know, what God has done for us and his sacrifice so that I can be free, because God knows that I'm a messed up human just like everybody else, and it's only by his grace and his mercy that I'm here today doing what I'm doing. And you know, my faith has been helping me through some of the worst times in my career and, you know, my life. And you know, no matter what low, no matter what high you're in, no matter what you believe and don't believe, all that, you know, Jesus loves you, and that's all I have to say. I just want to leave that with you guys today, and that's just been on my heart today. What can I say? I am really tired though, but thankfully on my way here I stopped at the gas station. They're having a 2 for $3 on Kickstart Mountain Dew, baby, so I already drank one. I might have to crack another one open today. Also, that car wash, you guys could probably tell, but I'm kind of sad that I did that because it seems like it was a waste. A couple of roads I had to drive down were super dusty, and also the fact that the soap wasn't even working. Couldn't really get it super clean, and the wheels look like absolute crap, so kind of sad about that. Hopefully I'll get the pump running in the next day or two, and I can start detailing and get it home, and we can make some cool videos doing that too. All right, boys, a little bit later, and we finally made it back to the shop. It was a really nice, chill day, and I'm glad I kind of was able to take the camera along with me. I'm no professional vlogger or anything, but, you know, it's still kind of fun to do videos like this occasionally. Let me know what you think down below. But now for the main topic of this video, we got to talk about the old Eldorado here. And before I even get started on it, a lot of you guys, like, I guarantee you most of the people watching this video have no clue what this car is or why it's in the thumbnail or whatever. I think it's in the thumbnail anyways, but this is actually my 1983 Cadillac Eldorado. I bought this thing, it's been like 2 years now at least. Found it for sale. Someone not too far away from me was selling it, and they wanted a pretty decent price. I went and looked at it just for the heck of it, and my dad loves old Cadillacs. He's a big Cadillac guy. As you know, he has the DTS still to this day as his daily, but he's a big Cadillac guy, and I've always loved Cadillacs too, and I've been particularly partial to the Eldorados. So we went and looked at this just for fun, and I ended up dicking with the guy quite a bit, and I ended up getting him down to a really, really good price. And I ended up kind of sending it and buying it. And I didn't really know too much about the car. All I knew is that it needed work, and it was a barn find. This thing actually sat in a barn for about 22 years or something like that, just down the road from where I live. And kind of cool, it has local history and all that kind of fun stuff, and kind of cool it had local history and stuff. And I just kind of sent it, and I've worked on it some in the past. I made quite a few videos on it way back then. We replaced the fuel tank and tried to get it running at least, and tried to fix the oil lines. At the time I had zero experience with making lines and doing all that kind of fun stuff, and I still don't have a ton of experience with it. And it's honestly probably one of my least favorite things I have to deal with, is like making lines and fixing broken lines, like brake lines, fuel lines, and all that stuff. This car needs all of that. It needs all new lines, it needs all new brakes, brake calipers too, they're all rusted, probably all new wheel bearings, tons of new suspension bushings and things like that. It needs a whole refresh on the motor. There's oil cooler lines that run up in a really tight spot that are leaking as well, and they need to be completely redone. Might even need an oil pan gasket. I can't really tell, it looked like the oil was leaking from that. It needs a lot of help in a lot of ways. Also, I think this had some sort of air ride system or some weird suspension stuff like that, and you can see there's this line running all around underneath the car. It's kind of dangling here. Someone goobered it up. My camera died and I had to go swap the battery out, but you guys get the basic idea of everything that's going on with the suspension and everything on this car. It needs a lot. It needs like a full restoration essentially, and I genuinely just didn't have the experience to know what I was getting into at the time. And you know, like I said, I did work on it some. We replaced the gas tank, we replaced, you know, we did a bunch of stuff like that to try to get it running, and we did actually get it to kind of run a few times. But as more and more things kept getting uncovered, and I started realizing more and more what it was going to take to get this thing running, and also as I started to realize what kind of money it was going to take and how hard it is to find some of the parts for these cars, it kind of slowly made its way to the back burner. It's kind of been sitting in my shop, not really doing anything for quite some time now, because I just really don't know what to do at this point. A lot of people say the 4.1 liter wasn't a very reliable motor and a reliable platform, but honestly, it also sounds like Cadillac has made worse. And also this one only has like, I think it has less than 80,000 miles on it, so everything is still in good shape. It's not like a higher mileage one of these, then I would be a little bit concerned, but it would honestly be a great candidate for restoration. But I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to put the time into it, at least not for a very long time. I don't really know, because I just have a lot of other priorities and a lot of other stuff that I'm more interested in and that I need to do first. So I honestly don't really know what to do with this car at this point. I've listed it for sale a couple different times, and I listed it for sale again recently just to see if I could find maybe a good home for it, someone who would be willing to take it on or use it for something here. in the future. And I've had quite a few people hit me up and ask me about it, and quite a few people interested, but nobody ever made it to that final step of like coming out and making a deal. And I think it's just because it's really hard to find a home for a car like this. Not a lot of people like them, and you know, it was one of them platforms where it's very hard to find parts for, and you know, unless you know the platform extremely well, it's a little bit tough to restore and work on and things like that, which I perfectly understand. You know, there's a reason why I didn't take that final step with this car and, you know, restore it myself and get it to the next stage myself, which sucks because as you can tell, it's a really solid car. I mean, it has some body flaws. A lot of the trim could use to be replaced and fixed up, and it needs some body work and it needs a paint job really, and the whole underneath, like the underneath is solid, the frame is really solid. You're probably not gonna be able to see very well, but there's a lot of just surface rust, and you know, if you had a shop with all kinds of good equipment and you were able to put it up on a lift, you could go through and clean everything out and, you know, pull everything out, figure out exactly what all needs to replace, what all lines you need to run, and take things apart as needed. It'd be so much easier. But my little shop working on jack stands and, you know, working with what I have right now, it's kind of hard to take on a restoration project that big that needs that much work underneath, needs the amount of stuff that this car needs. So I really just want to know what you guys think. What would be a good thing to do with this car? What should I do? Should I sell it? You know, any money that I made off it, I could put towards the GT and expediting all the stuff that I want to get done to that car and all the other projects and some of the future projects that are to come. You know, another thing too is, as you know, I don't like own this building. This is a family property. This is where my family lives, and you know, for now this is where I work out of, and I'm very blessed to be able to. And you know, I don't want to have tons of junk cars laying around and stuff like that. I suppose I could find some way to store this car until the future when maybe we can do something with it, or we have another shop that is big enough that we can, you know, take this on and really give it the attention that it deserves. Which is another thing is, you know, I don't want this to be a roadkill kind of build. I want this car to be really nice if it does get restored. So I would much rather see it honestly go to a better home than for it to stay here and just, you know, get even worse. So really, I'm just kind of stumped at this point. And again, I have it listed a few places and I'm talking to people. Maybe we will find a good home for it. If I do in the near future, I probably will let it go. If any of you guys are interested, you can hit me up at my business email and we can talk further about like if you want to buy this car from me. So I've talked to quite a few of you guys that actually collect older cars and stuff like that that actually follow me, which is pretty cool. If you really, like, if you're serious about it, find my email and we'll talk. But I'm always open to some creative ideas and I'm sure you guys will have some. Be sure to leave them down below. I'll be reading the comments as always. But that's kind of the story of the Eldorado. For those of you who have wondered about it, I know I had many people ask me about it being in the background of videos and wonder what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's an 83 Eldorado with a 4.1 liter. All right, and we are finishing off the video here in the office because it is getting cold out there. Unfortunately, the nights are still really, really cold, but it is warming up a little bit during the day. The weather was like perfect today for Easter, thankfully. But you know, something I wanted to end with is that car. You know, almost every day I would walk out there to do whatever I was doing and work on whatever I was working on, and I would see it sitting there, and it just was like, I kept telling myself like, yo, that was a fail. That was a failed project. Like, I failed at that. I pushed it to the back burner and then it never got worked on. I kept kind of being down on myself over it for a long time, and it kind of even killed my enthusiasm even more. And I have a tendency to do things like that. But you know, I finally realized that I need to be positive about it and think about like all that I did learn from it, all of the stuff that I was able to do in the past with it, taught me a lot of things about having cars around and picking out project cars in the future. And you know, I've learned so much since then. You know, over the past 2 years, everything that I do, I learn as I go. And you know, I started learning how to work on cars, I don't even know how many years now, but right around when I started making these YouTube videos, I just started doing it. Like, you know, my old S10, it needed spark plugs and wires, and I just freaking sent it and learned how to do it by watching videos and reading forum posts, and I did it. And that's how I know everything that I know today. You know, we're at the point where we're taking on some really big projects and even bigger ones here soon. It's pretty awesome to see what it's growing into. And you know, that was no different. That was a stepping stone in that, and I learned so much, not just as far as, you know, mechanically working on cars, but you know, a lot about project cars. And no matter what happens with that car, that knowledge that I gained is worth everything. And that's, you know, the best way you can look at things like that. You know, we do stuff and it doesn't really turn out the way that we had hoped, but we learned, and that's really what you got to take from it. So there's my inspirational words for the day. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this little Easter weekend vlog, I guess. And again, happy belated Easter, Resurrection Sunday to you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know again if you enjoyed this style of video more. And again, one more thing, let me know what you guys think about the Eldorado, or if you'd like to see content on it, or if you think I should find a home for it, or just if you have any ideas. I don't really care. Just fire away down below. Either way, I wanted to tell the story of that car for a while, and this was finally my chance. Hope you guys enjoyed again, and thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching this video. You rock. God bless, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them. I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them. I won't back down, I'ma beat them. I'm starting to feel like a villain, fighting myself, I'm not winning. Lately I've been